And just like that, we back with part 2. Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome to part 2. Today, still Shabbatai, December the 2nd, 2023, and it's still currently 4:04 a.m. Eastern Time, pre-recorded. Let's do our thing before YouTube do their stuff. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright, beloved, so like we were saying, man, it's time for people to stop doing this nonsense. Stop letting those people come in the midst of you and tell your story for you. You know your story, you can tell it. You don't need those guys. You don't need Hollywood to tell your story, man. The internet will give you access to more people than Hollywood can ever give you. Have a little faith and do your own things. Let's keep on moving.
Breaking news this morning, an American military aircraft has crashed off the coast of Japan. The country's Coast Guard confirming to NBC News this morning that it was a U.S. military CV-22 Osprey aircraft that went down off the coast of Yakushima in southwestern Japan. The aircraft's left engine appeared to be on fire as it descended towards the sea. The U.S. military says they're still looking into the incident. 8 people are believed to have been on board.
So as you can see, beloved, these things, they are crashing. And we recently had another crash in the sea. It was like some kind of aircraft carrier, and 5 Marines or military personals, they were no more. And again, like I said, this thing every year now, it seems it's every month. You're hearing and seeing those tragedies, and people are saying, "Oh, well, big divide." It's just a coincidence, and nothing's going on. It's all fake news. They try to distract you from the economy. They try to distract you from children being trafficked, going to the elites and cages and stuff. Yeah, suddenly now the so-called whites, the so-called 83, are so worried about abortion and children. They're so worried about the birth rate. They're so worried about infertility. When in fact, you people were the one that put Planned Parenthood in the hood. You are the people that put all the abortion clinic in the hood. You are the people that Margaret Sanger, pay the pastors, the reverends, all those dudes to preach upon our women to get rid of the kids. Because if you can get rid of the kids, you get rid of the future. You guys are the one that unleash the whole cowboyism and cowgirlism upon our people. Because if you can prevent this generation to be born, you won. If you can convince 2 dudes to say, hey, it's not like I don't want children. I know that that's what I want. I want another dude and stay like that. And you destroy them. You tell the woman the same thing. You guys were the one that was doing this. Now suddenly everybody like, oh well, we need to stop the abortion. We need to reverse. We need to remove the cowboy badge and the cowboy hat. All cowboys, please return your gun and your badge. And those guys, hey man, I ain't returning no damn gun, aka my zucchini. Why would I return this giant, huge zucchini and my badge? I'm keeping the zucchini, the badge, and the boots, and above all, the cowboy hat. So, because this thing now is doing a hell of a lot more damage unto them than us. So, yeah. This is prophecy being fulfilled, beloved, and the Holy One is indeed in the midst. Let's keep on moving. Is that thing recording? Is that what that is? Is it? Yes, it is. Oh, boy. Oh boy, it seems it's like not too high, but I don't know. Let's keep on moving. It should be good.
It is just released after that deadly collision involving a bus with high school students. The state trooper inside the bus while it was still on fire. Here's Alex Perez.
New video tonight from the Ohio State Highway Patrol showing the chaotic and heart-pounding moments just outside Columbus shortly after a charter bus carrying high school band students was struck and burst into flames.
Ooh,
come on, let's get out!
One officer sprinting into action, grabbing a fire extinguisher from his cruiser.
Anyone!
helping to pull one victim from an SUV, then rushing onto that still burning bus, searching for survivors.
What about the driver? Anyone in there? I have no idea. I got here and it already happened.
In all, 6 killed, 3 students and 3 chaperones who were in a different vehicle.
Broken leg, couple broken ankle.
Students' belongings scattered everywhere in the aftermath of the crash November 14th. And just today, investigators releasing a report detailing what triggered the crash, a chain reaction they believe set off when a semi struck an SUV and then slammed into the bus. And David, tests show the driver of that semi-truck did not have drugs or alcohol in his system. The NTSB is investigating this crash.
Thank you, Alex. Oh boy. Then again, beloved, things like that, they are happening so often. It's just becoming redundant now to tell the people this is not normal. Okay, this is not normal. When you look at if you really broken down the whole thing, pioneer trails, the trails of tears and all that, the pioneer and things like that, and then this thing and this smoke, you can see faces. This is a huge black lips right here. I don't know if I'm the only one that can see it. This is the pucker lips right here. This is the nose going right here. This is the forehead with a huge afro right there. Things like that. I don't know. Maybe that's me keep seeing this. You can see there are faces and messages and all those things. Then, of course, this is for you to decode. Well, this is for them to decode, for us to give glory, okay? This is the Mighty One works, and then he's truly bringing fear in the heart of 83. And they see those things, all right? They know those things are not normal. They know those things are not usual. It's not something that happened because of the sake of happening, because it happened too much, too often. Okay, let's keep on moving.
Well, this is certainly a miracle tonight. Nearly a dozen friends and family in Dallas survived an explosion on Thanksgiving Day. Take a look.
Oof.
That blast captured on surveillance video, knocking the camera sideways, shaking the homes all around it. The Escobar family tells us about 10 of their relatives and friends were inside the house celebrating when this happened. Incredibly, everyone survived.
I know my parents are not going to be able to afford all the bills. It's hard seeing my mom down, I know she's always wanted the house. It was her first.
Really something. One person, this guy, a family friend, burned pretty badly, as you can see, and still in the hospital. No one sure what sparked this blast.
Exactly. Nobody never really sure. Nobody don't know. It's just happened, and then, where does this happen? Okay, where is it? It's terrible there.
Take a look.
Okay. Okay, the shock wave knocked the camera. They were in there doing the Thanksgiving dinner and stuff like that, and everybody they survived. They were inside, the baby and stuff like that, and I believe the husband or wives or family, mother, son, daughter, and they were in there. That's the daughter, and they don't know exactly what's caused the fire, and they never told anyone. Oh, well, we will investigate it and we'll let you folks know. After the investigation, the cops got drunk, and then they go home and do stuff, and they forget all about it. Well, great glory. Let's keep on moving. We know this is plague number 2 right here. There you go. This is plague number 2 right here.
Positions within the school district because she's a convicted prostitute.
A Fox 4 investigation reveals she's also advertising herself online as an escort. Fox 4's David Santendry has more.
The discovery of a convicted prostitute being on multiple school committees and volunteer groups raises concern about background checks within Godly ISD and districts throughout the state of Texas.
But we had no idea what was going on in her personal life. She was always very friendly and personable.
A convicted prostitute actively advertising as an escort was serving on a council that recommends appropriate grade levels and methods for human sexuality instruction within Godly ISD.
And I don't see
I mean,
any community.
You can't make this up. You can make this up. A prostitute in a school of godly. Is that what
Sexuality
that is?
instruction.
Let me see.
Within godly
Independent Central Administration is a school district, and the thing is, like, those people like always assume, like, they always portray themselves as the modest, the etiquette of savoir vivre and savoir faire, when in fact you people are the master of being prostitute and do all those stuff out there. I don't see anything wrong with this. This is the nature of you people, and these prostitutes see there's an opening, there's an opportunity there, took it. It's just like you folks encounter certain financial issue, you got caught in certain jam that put your true nature out there. Back then it was all women. Okay, there's a documentary about let's see if I can get this. Prostitution in the 1970s. Okay, there you go. Okay, no, that's 1986. That's a dude right there. Here we go. Special report: pimps and prostitute. Okay, our people were all over this thing. All right, this is copyrighted. I can't play it, so but you can check it. It's 1973 to 1976. You guys put our people in the forefront, the pimps and all that. That was New York good stuff, because our people had to survive, man. They had to survive. That's what you people did. And now the plague is upon you and things like that. When things like that happen, people are like, well, I didn't know that. We didn't know this. We didn't know this. She was like a prostitute in this and stuff like that. Well, yeah.
Appropriate grade levels and methods for human sexuality instruction within godly ISD.
And I don't see any community wanting that to be the standard for their school district.
School Health Advisory Councils, or SHACs, are required by Texas law. SHACs recommend to school boards a wide range of health education protocols for.
I don't know why would Shaquille O'Neal be in the midst of this and recommended this maybe he's all about that cookie, but anyway, let's keep on moving.
Students, including appropriate grade levels and curriculum for instruction regarding sex trafficking.
Okay. I would not want children to be subject to those type of people.
Kayla Lane is a.
Why not? You people do. Well, first of all, she's the one with the most experience. One, you know, different than her. Those teachers, beloved, that always act like they're also godly and clean and stuff. You won't believe what those people are doing online for money, man. And we'll get into that. We'll get into what those people are doing online for money.
Godly ISD board trustee. Lane was made aware of a now former SHAC member's history of prostitution by Mary Lowe, a member of the nonprofit Families Engaged for Effective Education.
And we can do better, and we must do better.
And that's the other thing we need to talk about is the health fair.
Ashley Ketcherside is shown in a Godly ISD YouTube video at the SHAC Council's first meeting of the school year in October. She's listed as a committee member in meeting minutes. Members need to be appointed by the school board to serve, according to a district spokesperson who says Ketcherside's family entered the district this year. Ketcherside was also selected by Superintendent Rich Deere to the law.
Come on, Rich, man. Come on. Rich must have known something here. Come on, Rich. You knew that, man. I don't know, man. Rich, you must have get into the bakery and get close in the kitchen and next to the oven and taste that cookie, man. Yeah, don't be giving me this dude like hire her. I didn't know she was a professional baker. It's just like I was walking by the bakery, it smells good, and I get in there. I'm like, you know what? Since you go offer me this cookie at a fair price, at a lower bargain discount price, well, it would be fair of me, since I don't have the money to pay it, to give you a job at that school that I work for, so I can get easy access to this bakery. Now, those dudes, he knew what was going on. Those people knew that. They know this, man. They know what was going on in there.
Long-Range Facility Planning Committee. She was a volunteer on the Family and Community Engagement Committee, PTO, and Godly Athletic Booster Club. Catcherside also leads a local cheerleading group, according to Godly ISD.
And so I believe that parents need to know.
Lowe says some parents became suspicious of Catcherside because she claimed to own multiple businesses, but information about those businesses was unknown.
Well, she didn't lie. It's just the business that she owns is illegal. You know, you guys made this business illegal. She owned multiple businesses and, you know, and she do stuff for money online. You know, that's what that is. But anyway, you people knew that was going on. And she got caught, and then you guys are like, oh, well, you know, the money and stuff like that. But, yeah, you guys knew this, all right?
They were teachers by day and OnlyFans stars by night.
That's exactly what it is. That's what they are doing, beloved. That's what they are doing. They are teachers that go to school, okay? They know they can go to school and be teachers and raise their popularity, and then left the school, become OnlyFans, okay?
Now, 2 educators at St. Clair High School near St. Louis, Missouri, are out of the classroom after their district discovered their accounts.
I got a note tacked to my door saying that they knew my secret. It was written by students, and so I knew I was in trouble.
Megan Gaither, who taught English and coached the cheerleading team, is one of those 2 teachers who started an OnlyFans to afford her student loan payments.
There you go.
OnlyFans, the website says, lets creators monetize their private content. It's become known as a lucrative platform that allows creators to make money from subscribers by posting sexual content.
You know, I was hiding my face. I didn't use my real name. I can do both. I can be a really good teacher, and then I can go home at night and make extra money.
Yes, that's what that is. You people acting like, you won't believe, beloved, how many people that are in high position online. How many people that are there in high position. Beloved, may the mighty one forgive me for this. During my heyday, I was doing research, and I stumbled upon something, and it took me years of self-therapy and grief and psychological trauma. It took me years. Like, it took me about over 12 years to get rid of what I was, not witnessing. Now, you have a very high-ranking person, a female person, that very highly ranking in the district. People know this person. High job. And the stuff that this person was doing online, and she revealed that. And I'm just seeing it. I was shocked. I mean, like, you know, regular things that, you know, men and women don't shock me. Things like that don't shock me. It just not that's as natural as it is. But the stuff she was involved was unnatural. It didn't even involve human being at all. And she was saying all those stuff, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what? This can't be. This is not real. Until the proof was given, the proof was presented, and I'm not. This person, you're well respected. How the hell? And the person revealed that this is not her only. The person said all those folks that you see in those high government job or the high places, they're all doing things out there online that will shock you. They get involved with things that will literally blow your mind, that will literally make you insane. That's what that is.
Then Brianna Coppage, Gaither's colleague, who also has an OnlyFans, got caught.
That's when I got fearful. And so I deleted my OnlyFans, I deleted my Twitter, and anything that I used for OnlyFans purposes.
Coppage eventually resigned, telling Fox News she now makes up to $1 million on the platform. Gaither was placed on leave after her account was discovered, but she says the district cited professionalism and student communication and not her OnlyFans. While the platform may be an unconventional solution, about a third of new teachers take on second jobs to make ends meet. And it's not just during the summer. 18% need to have a second job during the school year, according to the Pew Research Center.
Over the past maybe 5 or so years, we've seen a lot of activity, strikes, union activity, things like that surrounding teacher pay. It's a sign, I think, that, for a lot of teachers, it's just not keeping up with what they need.
It's not just teachers in Missouri. Courtney Telia was a teacher in Arizona.
I got my first student loan repayment and they wanted 50% of my income.
Now she works full-time on OnlyFans.
I am the happiest I've ever been. I'm the healthiest I've ever been.
All right, Steve.
Those are the whores, okay? Those are, now they make this thing look all professional and stuff. If it was when our women were doing this and still doing this, they don't be treating like this. They don't call them paying their stuff. They're like, they have addiction, drug addiction. Those people are like, we're doing this for our student loan. No, they're not. You guys are addicts. You guys are freaking junkies. And Brethren, I'm telling you, man, I'm sitting there. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. This can be real. Whatever that you're telling here, it can be real. It's like, no, this thing is very real. And here's the proof. And beloved, this thing F up my mind. I think I was 19. It is just only recently when I was like 33, about a year or two ago, I finally let go of these terrible secrets, the secret lives those people are living. It vexed my spirit. It vexed me. It made me very uncomfortable. You would have thought like a man, a dude, like, hey, man, I'm into this stuff. But the disgustingness, the things those people were doing, it disgusts me. I'm like, how the f you people are doing this? You got this great job, great family, and behind the scene, this is what you guys are doing. And a lot of them are not doing it for the money. Most of them are not doing it for the money. They're just doing it because it's their nature. Point blank, period. Talking about, we are the righteous and stuff. No, you people are whores by nature. How long we are into this stuff? Well, I gotta go to sleep. All right, good. It's 4:27 a.m. Let's keep on moving.
We're going to begin with the shocking new details in a deadly triple stabbing in the Bronx. New York police say the teenage son of one of the victims is now being questioned as a possible suspect.
Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson spoke exclusively to the sister of one of the victims. She joins us live from the Mott Haven section of the Bronx. Kimberly?
Well, Sade, sources tell Eyewitness News Jonathan Rivera's son tonight is in the hospital after checking himself in with cuts on his hands. Sources say the teenager appears to be having a mental health crisis, telling doctors he heard voices. So many people simply shattered and crushed by what has happened. A sister who lost her best friend and is speaking only to Eyewitness News.
Heartbreaking moment. Miguel Rivera, for the first time, sees where his 38-year-old son Jonathan, there on the left, was murdered. Also killed, Jonathan's little boy.
Kaden, my baby. Oh, my baby, man.
Both were repeatedly stabbed here inside their building on East 136th Street in the Bronx. Also targeted in the deadly attack, Caden's mother, 33-year-old Hanoi Peralta. Here she is just last month, November 3rd, as Caden celebrated his 5th birthday. In an exclusive interview by phone, Hanoi's sister wanted the world to know just how special Hanoi and Caden were. For her safety, we're not revealing her name.
He loved his mother. She loved that boy. Where he was at, there she was. Where she was, he was. They both had life purpose, and it was taken from both of them.
The 911 call came in Sunday morning around 6:45. There, that's Hanoi's Saturday, inside a deli in her building.
God give lives. He don't take them. And that baby and that young lady and their family did not deserve that.
Jonathan was found in the lobby, Hanoi and Caden, inside the couple's first-floor apartment. Her sister tells me she and Hanoi just saw each other a few days ago.
We spent the day just doing some little shopping for Christmas, and the next day was Thanksgiving. I don't expect someone to want to harm them. anybody of all people.
So I believe the son, well, I'm not quite sure if they have an update on that. The son probably did do it. Let's see if they have an update. I'm not quite sure. Because usually things like that take years for the people to come up with this. Boy, there's so much garbage. Yeah, great. You know what? So much garbage, too much garbage in there. You can't find it. Oh boy. Okay, that's the thing. Father speak out of son fatally stabbed outside club in New York City. That's not it. Students, ish. No, I don't think they have any update yet. But is that what that is? Is that the fellow? Is that the one? 3 family members. Is that the guy? Let me see what's going on here.
He's accused of killing his grandparents and an uncle
one.
yesterday in a condo in South Plainfield. New Jersey reporter Tony Yates live at the scene of the shootings with new developments, including this man facing a judge for the first time tonight. Tony.
That's right, Bill. We looked at the police complaint, and it said that the suspect was unemployed and that he, in fact, had a history of not being able to hold down jobs. But that is all we've learned thus far about his background. Nothing that would indicate that he would end up being accused of killing his family.
Mr. Brownbach, please state your name for the record. There you go.
It's Owen Brownbach.
23-year-old Om Brombat made his first and brief court appearance this afternoon by video. He's being held, accused of killing 3 of his family members early Monday morning inside the condo where he and all 3 victims lived. The Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office has identified the victims as 72-year-old Dilip Kumar Brombat and his wife Bindu, also 72 years old, and their son, 38-year-old Yash Kumar Brombat. The police complaint says the suspect confessed to shooting his grandparents while they slept in their bedroom, then went to a back bedroom where it says he shot his uncle several times. The crime committed, the report says, with a handgun that Brombat says he purchased online.
We waive reading of the complaint to enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Brombat had a seemingly calm demeanor during his appearance a day after the shootings. Police say he was the one who called 911 that morning, and when asked about who did it, according to police, Brombat stated, "It might be me."
All we saw is that, there were a couple of ambulances. We thought, someone is hurt. But then I saw like 5 to 6 cop cars.
The family was not well known to most neighbors we spoke to. They say police let them know immediately that there was no danger to anyone else, that this was domestic. What's not readily known is what led up to this family tragedy.
So yeah, at this point we just pray that their souls rest in peace.
Wow, that's really bad. The dude, he literally did this, and is like, it might be me. So things like that, it's not normal. The dude is dead. It's probably one of those Elamites. Killed his 2 grandparents and his uncle, and he called the police and gave himself. So probably was tired of them telling, hey, get a job. Those are the dudes that are now sharing the curses. And things are really hard for them. Their 72-year-old parents like, hey, when I was your age, I had a job, I had a business, I had my own house and stuff, and probably they were telling this. We don't know. So apparently there's no update for the other one, but let's keep on moving.
Weekend right off the Bay Area coast. A girl and her grandfather swept into the ocean just south of Half Moon Bay.
No matter how often you do it, and no matter how many bad outcomes you have or how many good outcomes you have, it never gets easier to lose somebody.
The 5-year-old rescued yesterday did not survive, and tonight the search for her grandfather has come to an end. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Meeback.
And I'm Julie Hayner. The little girl died at the hospital today. KTVU's Zach Sauce is in Half Moon Bay now with the latest on what happened. Zach.
Yeah, Julie, the U.S. Coast Guard making that tough decision to call off the search for that missing man, a grandfather, around 1 p.m. today after spending nearly a full day scouring the waters off of Half Moon Bay for him. And we learned this news just as we also learned the news that his granddaughter passed away in the hospital after initially being rescued yesterday. Both of them swept to sea amid warnings of sneaker waves.
The skies over Half Moon Bay silent Sunday evening, hours after a frantic search for a missing swimmer was called off.
A 54-year-old male that had been swept off of Martins Beach.
The 911 call coming in just before 1:30 in the afternoon Saturday. A grandfather and his 5-year-old granddaughter pulled out by the powerful surf. Firefighter.
So the dude was, the dude was 54 years old. And his granddaughter was 5, and the ocean just took them. And for those of you who don't know, the ocean is it's a very scary place and a very beautiful place, man. I love watching blue whales. I just love watching them. I think I played these things multiple times. You know, I just love. Look at this. Okay, this is a blue whale right there. Okay, so can you imagine you're in the middle of the ocean, you encounter a beast like this? You know, the blue whales they are pretty big, they are huge, they are very peaceful, they don't eat people, they can't eat people. Okay, they are as big as a freaking airplane, and those things they are huge, they are beautiful, man, you know. And the ocean and it's just so peaceful and beautiful, all right. And those animals, those blue whales, they will not attack you, you know. They will not attack you, and they are beautiful. The ocean is unforgiving. It's a very dangerous place. There are times you can be in the oceans, and there are times you should not be in the ocean. You know, it's very beautiful, man. The blue whales is what we know, okay? Is what we know, okay? Got this. Okay, this is beautiful. Huge animal. And yes, indeed, the technology, the people that have inside, that live under the ocean, you know, maybe they're piloting this thing, you know, just like the Attack on Titan's Titan technology. There we go. If you are familiar, if you're familiar with Attack on Titans, you'll know they have an organic technology. They don't just imagine those things, okay? That's because they see it somewhere. Okay, the Colossal Titan, you know, and it's a technology like that. It's a technology similar to this, all right? So it's a crazy thing, and this thing is very depressing, man. Great anime. Great, you know, talk about us. It's our story, you know. The Armor Titan and the Attack Titan, it's a technology. Okay, those things are being piloted by people. Okay, just like the Beast Titan and the Colossal Titan, you know, they have people in there who are piloting them. So it could be those giant those giant whales are being piloted by civilization people that are, you know, they have things that are a hell of a lot more advanced than us, you know. So it's beautiful. The technology in there, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's scary. depressing, but it's a story about us. It's a story about us. Crazy. It's a crazy thing. But anyway, let's keep on moving. The ocean is unforgiving.
First to respond.
And they were able to recover the little girl off the beach.
Rushed to the hospital where officials say she died on Sunday. Meantime, the U.S. Coast Guard continuing to search for her grandfather, a chopper overhead, and below a rescue boat.
Those two assets searched for most of the afternoon and into the evening.
The pair swept away amid a beach hazard warning by the National Weather Service.
Just because of possible sea conditions and also possible sneaker waves. There were warnings that were put out there.
At San Francisco's Ocean Beach Saturday, firefighters called in to help a surfer dragged out to sea amid the rough currents, and later crews deployed onto San Francisco Bay to rescue 3 aboard a sailboat stranded and headed for rocks in the choppy waters.
Meanwhile, the Coast Guard continued to search for the 54-year-old.
That search spanning 100 square miles ended Sunday afternoon.
No matter how often you do it, it never gets easier to lose somebody.
First responders now shifting their focus to the family.
Our hearts are with them. We want them to know that we are thinking about them.
Crazy.
And so far, officials have yet to release the names of either of those 2 victims. As for that beach hazard warning, it expired at noon today, but the U.S. Coast Guard still reminding anyone planning to head to the beach, if you've not been in the water in a while, they say you should review those basic safety measures. Julie?
So let's see if they have any updates. And there it happened the 27th. Let me see this here. All right. Usually well, if they don't release the name of the victims, they usually don't have any updates. The little girl did not make it. The grandfather is still missing. Sometime they never found them. The sea is unforgiving, man. The sea is pretty big. It's pretty dangerous. There we go. Was that what that is? Let me see. They ID'd them.
Mayo County coroner has identified the child swept away by large waves over the weekend. Officials say 5-year-old Naretsi Navarrete of Merced was pulled from the ocean Saturday afternoon at Martins Beach in Half Moon Bay. She was taken to the hospital where she later died. The child's grandfather still has not been recovered. KTV's Jesse Gary has the latest.
Okay, so they found the girl, they identified, but the father, the grandfather, they can't. Now, beloved, a lot of people would say, well, because I know how to swim, I know. No, the current, the water, the magnetic fluid is so powerful. No matter how good of a swimmer you are, you can drown. You can drown. The best thing to do is stay away from the water, because the water, there sometimes it's very calm. It's very calm. You can go take your little swim, but when it's like this, it's a huge no-no. Okay, let's keep on moving.
We heard 4 shots in very rapid succession, so there was no pause between each of the shots. And besides that, it was silent for those first 2 minutes. We just heard those 4 shots, and we sensed danger, but also we know there's like shooting clubs at UVM and hopeful optimism. We knew that there were shootings happening all around Burlington, but hopeful optimism that it was just like a school event or someone was shooting a target or something. But I don't know if that's just, the conscious wanting to believe what it believes,
When we heard the 4 shots, I've never heard a gun go off before until now, but I immediately knew that it was a gun. I think, when we have fireworks and things, people are like, oh, is that gunshots or were those fireworks? It's clear. There's no denying when it is a gun.
We were confused for a second because that's so abnormal just to hear gunshots in a residential area. So we thought about calling the police. We weren't really sure. And then a few minutes later, we heard commotion and sirens coming off in the distance.
And I went to my living room window and looked outside, and there were clearly 2 people laying on the sidewalk outside across the street. And then all of a sudden, right after that, swarm cop cars coming, like guns drawn, running around, like frantically, like clearly like a chaotic situation. So that kind of confirmed to both of us that it had been a shooting and there had been people that were injured. We could only see 2 people. I know now it's confirmed that there were 3, but we saw 2 people laying on the ground.
We saw the EMTs come. At that point, we heard a man screaming in pain, which was the first time we heard any noise coming out of the victims.
I know there is obviously a lot happening in the Middle East right now. Tensions are high for both Muslim and Jewish students. Have you experienced that?
I do see the tension. I do see within students, there are a lot of students that are angry on both sides. There's anger, there's frustration. It's tragic. And the fact that these 3 young men were here celebrating Thanksgiving with their family only to get shot is horrendous. It's horrible to hear. My heart goes out to them and their families. I really hope that they're okay. But I do think that it is a greater issue than just Burlington, but I think it's crazy to see it happen here because you get that false sense of security often in that little college town. But this is really like an eye-opening experience, and I think change needs to be made for sure.
Thanks for watching.
That was a whole of nothing in Vermont. There was a shooting in Vermont, okay, and two people got shot. They don't know what's going on. They don't say anything. It's just, well, Vermont. Let's see the population over there. Do we have folks over there in Vermont? We have brother in Maine. Vermont, the state demographic. Oh boy, the demographic.
Flights from Miami to Vermont leaving December 18th and coming.
There we go. Okay, Vermont is Vermont white alone person is 93.8. Black or African American is 1.5%. So you got a state like Vermont, which is 99.99% white, and then shooting like that, and they don't show you anything. They just say, hey, some people got shot, there's 2 men on the ground, and that's all. Nothing, you know. Do they have it's NBC. It's too much crap in NBC. You won't find it. I don't even know why I go to this, but yeah, there's too much stuff there. All right, well, let's keep on moving.
Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman. Tonight, shock and heartbreak as family...
Oh, yeah, that's the homeless woman that killed that Hollywood guy. We did that before.
The top general at U.S. Northern Command has launched an internal investigation following allegations of alcohol consumption in the workplace. General Glenn Van Herk confirmed to CBS that a probe was launched after a recent media inquiry. Northern Command is responsible for responding to everything from natural disasters to attacks on the homeland and everything involving American airspace. It was under scrutiny earlier this year after a Chinese balloon passed through American airspace. CBS News senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge helped break this story. Catherine, you spoke with the general earlier today. What did he say, and what else are you reporting?
Well, John, good to be with you. Multiple sources described to CBS News an office within the command that had the nickname The Saloon, as well as email traffic about drinking during the day. A media inquiry to the command is what prompted what the general described to us as a walkthrough of office spaces, and he confirmed that beer and liquor containers were recovered. He said this is going to be a wide-ranging investigation. It will not only look at this issue of alleged drinking on the job, but anything else that turns up, because in the course of our reporting, we also learned about allegations of excessive teleworking. In this case, members of the command teleworking from ski resorts rather than being there in person.
So what is the impact, if any, that we know now on the readiness of the command?
Well, General Van Herk told us that he does not believe, based on his own early personal assessment, that there has been an impact on readiness, but this is something they're going to do a deep dive on for obvious reasons. You're talking about daytime drinking with individuals who have access to awesome capabilities like U.S. missile defense, so that is no small matter. And it's also in the context of the China balloon incident earlier this year, when that was missed because of some gaps in the capabilities. We specifically asked the general whether he had forewarning or knowledge that this may be an issue, because based on our reporting, there were concerns raised as early as September of last year. That matters because it's several months before the balloon incident. He told us that he was not aware, but he would run down these leads wherever they led. But a very high profile, and I would argue very high importance to national security, this investigation.
Absolutely. Catherine Herridge with fresh reporting from Washington. Thank you, Catherine.
You're welcome.
Well, those guys are drinking at work because really they are depressed. There's nothing else for them to do. And they are ducked and there's nothing they really can. And they've been doing this in the army. I don't know why those people are bringing this now, but they've been doing this for a long time now. Let's keep on moving.
I want them to know that I am here to make a better quality of life for New Yorkers.
18 months after taking the job as New York City's top cop, Keyshawn Sewell stepping down as commissioner. Mayor Adams getting her resignation letter today.
We want to just really thank her for coming to our city, serving this city in the manner in which she did.
The mayor saying tonight Sewell is leaving at the end of the month. In a memo to the NYPD, she wrote, "While my time here will come to a close, I will never step away from my advocacy and support for the NYPD. And I will always be a champion for the people of New York City."
When she came in, crime was moving in the wrong direction, dangerous environment. She turned it around. Look at the numbers.
The latest crime numbers show murders, shootings, and transit crime all trending downward. Terrence Monahan is NYPD's former chief of department.
This is the summer in New York City. This is the most violent time traditionally every year. You need some leadership at that helm, and you need that fairly quickly.
Sewell was NYPD's 45th commissioner and the first woman to lead the force. While there have been reports that Sewell was being micromanaged on key department decisions, she and the mayor are not giving her a reason for her sudden resignation.
She's a very private person, and I doubt she will publicly express her reasons for leaving.
The police union commending Sewell, writing, "In her short time with the NYPD, Commissioner Sewell made a real impact. She took over a police department in crisis and faced tremendous challenges from day one." But harsh reaction tonight from Black Lives Matter New York, saying in a statement, Sewell's tenure was an effort by Mayor Adams to apply the old, failed way of policing to a complex and modern world.
A lot of questions that have to be answered, in a short space of time about what that impact is on the conversations and actual public safety and policing in the city.
Thanks for watching.
That's what's going on now. So a lot of those people, the blessing is done, and hey, stepping down. I can't do this Haitian anymore. And a lot of the great mind in our community, they went and work for those folks, and things are really getting really bad out there. So they don't want to get involved with it. So hey, man, I'm stepping down and things like that. So can't do my job the way that I used to do it. Hey. Great glory. The blessing is done. Let's keep on moving.
AI-generated articles with fake reporter headshots with fake biographies. These are just some of the allegations made against Sports Illustrated in an article published Monday in Futurism, a tech media site. A person said to be involved with the creation of the content who requested anonymity told Futurism that Sports Illustrated had published content from several fake AI-generated writers. Adding to the intrigue, Futurism said when it reached out to Sports Illustrated for comment, the questionable author profiles disappeared from its site. In a statement on X,
you don't know how bad this thing is. They got a lot of lazy people out there making fake things, having AI writing their stuff and with no backup and do this. It's just fake.
The White House just unveiled this year's Christmas decorations that celebrate children. That's why something that's not decking the halls is raising some eyebrows.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas at the White House. But wait, where are the traditional Christmas stockings? Last year they were there, the names of 6 of the grandchildren, 1 for each, except for 5-year-old Navy, Hunter Biden's out-of-wedlock daughter. But not this year. The mantle is decorated with just ribbons and ornaments. No stockings, no grandkids' names.
Last year, 6 stockings. This year, instead of hanging the 7th, they're hanging none.
Back in May, the president spoke proudly about all of his grandchildren, but left Navy out.
My oldest granddaughter, her name is Naomi. And then I have number 2, and her name is Finnegan. Number 3, Macy. And then I have Natalie, and then I have a grandson who's going to be a senior in high school. Now I have a new baby boy. He's 3.5 years old, and he's Beau Biden.
2 months later, in a statement to People magazine, the Bidens finally acknowledged the existence of their 7th grandkid who lives in Arkansas with her mother, a former exotic dancer. Now, Jill Biden has apparently decided to end the Christmas.
Exotic dancer. Sir, she's not an exotic dancer. We all know what she is. Okay, giant professional cookie baker. Okay, she's a professional baker. That's what that is. All their children is nothing but disappointment. We talk about this in the study. Excuse me. They used to have 7 stockings. Now they have none. Why? Because the blessing is done and they look at their children as disappointments.
Sir, now Jill Biden has apparently decided to end the Christmas stocking tradition, at least for this year.
Yeah, because the blessing is done. It is over. That's why they don't have any stocking in there. Okay, their children are disappointment. Hunter Biden is they are all disappointment. Beau, all of them, addicts and junkies. That's what that is. Let's keep on moving.
Micah and Share crews have been working to get electricity and communication lines back up and running. As you could see behind me here, it is still a matter of time before crews are able to clean up this charred pile of rubble. We understand that 5 homes were destroyed and 7 others damaged in this morning's fire. An inferno served as an early morning wake-up call for residents in the 1500 block of Vernon in the Alameda section of South LA.
Entonces, las llamas de fuego entraban así para adentro.
The intense flames blew out Omar Hernandez's living room window, gutting a place he's called home for more than 10 years. What happened to your home?
Todo se quemó.
He tells me in Spanish his place a total loss. He showed me the small personal items that were salvageable in the bedroom. He's staying behind to protect what's left, saying he has nowhere else to go. The fire started at a construction site wedged between other homes. In all, 7 homes burned, at least 17 residents displaced.
I dragged them.
Gerardo Diaz banged on doors to get his parents out. They were burned and hospitalized.
It was just really bad. Screaming, crying, couldn't walk from the stroke, so I did my best.
140 LA City firefighters doused the flames within 90 minutes, saving surrounding buildings.
Because of the under construction material and it being open inside, that fire kind of ripped through that entire building area and created massive amount of heat that started to expose those nearby residents.
Neighbors say the site was not secure, creating easy access for trespassers.
To just go up to it, nobody would tell you anything. There's no security, no nothing.
For residents like Omar who lost it all, they're asking for someone to help put a roof over their heads.
No necesito una gran casa, necesito una casa pequeña, de 2 recámaras, solo para yo y mi familia.
It's a small house and there's nothing I can
and the
do.
Red Cross.
This is where I live all my family. Something to that effect. So as you can see, plague number 2 right here, beloved, fiery conflagration is consuming the place, and a lot of people are complaining now. And as you can see, the fires are getting more bolder. It's more aggressive. It's taking more. Okay, destroys 7 homes. It's taking more. It's more fire. It's more intense. It's more deadly too. Okay, let's keep on moving.
And police say they are still trying to determine the motive for shooting that wounded 3 Palestinian men in Burlington, Vermont.
The victims, all college students, were on a walk when police said a suspect shot them without any apparent confrontation. The suspect is in jail while police investigate whether this was a hate crime. Fox 4's Sean Rabb in studio following the developments. Sean.
Now, the families of the victims believe indeed it was a hate crime. The Justice Department investigating. Burlington police say they don't have a motive, but they do know a gun recovered recovered in the home of this suspect is the same weapon used in Saturday's shootings.
My name is Jason Eaton.
48-year-old Jason Eaton is charged with 3 counts of attempted murder.
So the dude is 48, 4 + 8, and then his name is Jason. You know what Jason stands for. And he shot 3 fellow over there, and just for the hell of it. Again, the state of Vermont is 93 point something white, and he shot those fellows, and they say, well, we don't know if it's hate crime, we don't know anything, we have to investigate. Okay,
in the shooting of 3 Palestinian college students.
There we go. Let's enlarge this. Those are the 3 dudes that he shot. Okay, he shot them. They are students, and he just shot them. All right, so 83 versus 83. We pick no sides. We have no dog in this fight. We just chill and then watch those people destroying each other.
Visiting Burlington, Vermont for Thanksgiving. The arrest Sunday night as ATF agents assisting Burlington police were going door to door, re-canvassing the neighborhood where the shootings happened.
Upon knocking on one door, the ATF agents were greeted by a man who stepped out of the hall, out of the door towards them with his palms up at waist height and stated something to the effect of, "I've been waiting for you."
Police said Eaton, who's lived in Burlington only since summer, stepped off a porch, produced a firearm, and started shooting at the trio without saying anything to them. Eaton's court-appointed attorney entered a not guilty plea to 3 counts of attempted murder. He's being held for now.
That's the thing. I plead not guilty. Okay, what? I just never understand the laws of 83. A man just walk out there, knowingly calculated, got a gun, shot 3 people, and then he plead not guilty. Like, yo, I'm not guilty of anything. You can't prove anything. You can't prove it's a hate crime or anything else. But anyway.
Now without bail.
This horrific, unprovoked attack was a tragic violation of the values and character of this welcoming, inclusive community.
Attorney General Merrick Garland said the Justice Department is investigating whether the shooting was a hate crime.
All of us have also seen a sharp increase in the volume and frequency of threats against Jewish, Muslim, and Arab communities across our country since October.
And then you guys left black folk out of this thing. Nothing is happening to black folk now, right? It's just everything is you guys. I believe that. I believe nothing is happening to us at all. It's just you and a couple people that look like us. Let's keep on moving.
For 7. There is understandable fear in communities across the country.
I believe the families fear that this was motivated by hate, that these young men were targeted because they were Arabs, that they were wearing keffiyehs. I think that is our fear.
Rich Price was hosting the 3 for Thanksgiving, among them his nephew, suffering the most serious injury, the bullet hitting his spine. Another family member spoke as well, saying that this would happen here is unbelievable, adding one of the trio grew up in the West Bank.
We always thought that that could be more of a risk in terms of his safety, and sending him here would be the right decision.
Yeah, thought it would be safe.
Feel
the dude was in West Bank, Gaza. They sent him here to be safe, and look what happened.
Somehow betrayed in that decision here, and we're just trying to come to terms with everything.
Well, the American Jewish Committee, an advocacy organization for Jewish people worldwide, posting on social media, it was, quote, horrified by the attack and urged law enforcement to investigate the violence as a possible hate crime.
Yeah, let's investigate. Let's keep investigating. Of course, beloved, plague number 9. A lot of the swords in the mist.
Tonight, right now, Houston police are at a scene in Meyerland where a woman's body was found in the trunk of a car. Thank you for joining us at 10. I'm Keith Garvin.
Good evening. I'm Daniela Guzman. Well, this all happening on the 5400 block of Indigo. So let's get right over to Devin Clark, who just spoke to police and joins us live now to fill us in on those details. Devin?
Daniela Keith, I can tell you that right now the medical examiner's office is here on the scene, and they're in the process of removing that woman's body. But we saw before that crime scene investigators dusting a black two-door car right beyond that group of investigators for fingerprints. That is the car where officials say that 20 or 21-year-old woman's body was found. Police say that they got called here to the 5400 block of Indigo by the woman's family around 5:30 this afternoon. They say the family discovered she was missing, and they were able to track the car to this location where they found the woman's body stuffed in the trunk.
It's my understanding the car's been here since early this afternoon, according to the neighbors. We're trying to pin that down at this point. Like I say, we don't have a cause of death at this point, and we don't think that the deceased had any connection to this neighborhood that we know of. However, that will be part of the investigation.
Police add that they do not believe that this was a natural death, and it's unclear when the woman died. Investigators say that they are interviewing witnesses and neighbors, and they're also looking through surveillance footage from this community, hoping to figure out what happened. They do not have any suspects right now, but they are asking the public for help. If anyone out there knows something, you're asked to come forward and call police. Reporting live in Maryland, Devin Clark, KPRC 2 News.
All right.
So much is going on, especially over there in Texas. Like, what the hell is going on in Texas? There's always something over there. I mean, that thing is never a good thing. It's always some major stuff in Texas, man. Wow. Anyway, beloved, it's 5:05 a.m. It's time for me to go get some shut-eye. I was supposed to be waking up by the time, but couldn't sleep last night, so I said, you know what, let me go ahead and do this and spend a little time with the family, and hopefully I could get some sleep. And there's no class today. Today's Saturday and Sunday. We will go on vacation. Well, we will go on hiatus on the 15th, which is going to be Friday. On Friday the 15th, we'll go on hiatus, and we will be back on January 1st, Monday, January 1st. For those of you that are listening here, we will give you a heads up. We're about to publish a video. The heads up will be the $5 journey going to begin on January 1st, Monday, January 1st, the first week of January. So what is the $5 journey? If you wish to participate in that, you're going to put $5, save $5 cash in your house. It has to be cash in your house every week for 52 weeks. For instance, the first week, well, if you go to biglevi.com right here, I believe we have it. It's been a while. I haven't go to biglevi.com. I've even forgot about the whole website. I think a sister called me the other day, and then she went over there. You can go to biglevi.com. You go to the $5 challenge, I believe. Let me see. Give me a second here. Okay. All right. Okay, this is the $5 challenge template. Sister Yvette, Big Levi, I've been waiting to do this some time ago, but as the person above asked, where do you sign up? You don't sign up. I will save. I'm gonna have to explain this. I will say $5 and wait for your response. I would like just to make one payment. Beloved, you're not sending me the money. I make this every year. We talk about this every year, brethren. It's not something you send on to me, okay? You save it in your home, all right? Let's look at the template. Now, you can download this or you can print this out. What you're gonna do, okay? This is $5 Canadian, $5 American, $5 whatever country you are, you're gonna say $5. Week 1, which is gonna begin January 1st, you're going to put $5 down. Week 2, January the 8th, you're gonna put $10. Week 3, you're going to put $15 down. Okay, the total will be 30. Week 4, you're going to put $20, $50. Gonna be the total. Week 5, you put 25. So each week you add $5 until the last week. You put until the 52nd week. Let's see, page 2. Until the they only got 26. What? This is incomplete. Where are? What the? This is incomplete. Did I look at it the wrong way? Wait, this is incomplete. Am I doing this right? No, this is incomplete. It need to have another. I gotta contact Devin because this is incomplete. I have the $5 challenge thing. Let me see if I can get it from my hard drive. No, from my Google Drive. Let me see. Let's see, challenge. There we go. It's in there. There we go. Yeah, there you go. All right. This is better. Okay. So at the end of the week, wait a minute. No. Yes, 52 weeks. 52 weeks right there. At the end of the 52 weeks, which is a year, you should have a saving of $6,890 save. That's for you. And at the end of the year, next year, we're going to ask you to do something with this money. You can do anything you want with it. But the best way for you to begin this journey, okay, we'll call it the $5 journey. We'll try to get rid of the word challenge because we don't want this to look like some kind of social media garbage and stuff. But anyway, the best way for you to begin this, it's on January 1st or right now. Begin right now. That is if you can. Begin this month, December. Begin ASAP. First thing you can do, you can put $260 down. First week, you put that is if you are working, that if you are capable of doing this. First week, you put 260 down. Second week, 255. Third week, 250. Fourth week, 245, 240, 35, 230, 235, 220, 13 to 50. You every week you go down $5. You go $5. You go $5 until in December, in the last week you put $5 down. And then you completed your $6,890. That's your money. And then you're going to keep it. You don't send me the money, beloved. Please don't do this. Don't. Every year I'm having this issue. People are sending me $5 and stuff. Some people send me way more than that. I had to return the money. You don't send it to me. You save it. Okay? That's agenda first. The first agenda, so to speak, we have. The second agenda... Let's see, Big Levi. Okay, the second agenda is our fast. The fast is starting January 31st. For some reason, did I miss this? The fast is started. Okay, 26 week. Oh, okay. This is good. This is complete. It is complete. I made the mistake. This is complete. 6,000. But yes, this is 52. It's two side. I read this the wrong way. Okay, this is complete. $6,890. Now, the second agenda, beginning in January the 31st, we'll begin our 4th annual fasting, 40-day fast. During the fast, those of you that have high blood pressure, we have a high blood pressure PDF. We have a high blood pressure PDF. Where is it? Should be here. Okay, the fasting schedule. You can go there. Let me see. Oh, okay. The last one was July the 31st. We'll post another one. And okay, we'll post another one, and it will be. Let me see. Boy. Let's go to the picture. I don't think it's there, but it would be January 31st, and it will end on March the 11th. And when it ends on March 11th, we will we will symbolically it will end on March the 12th, but March 11th, that will be the 40 days. So the fast will begin January 31st this year coming up until March the 11th. That's the second agenda. During that fast, you will take your blood pressure and then you will do this. The fourth week will be the 1 million step. We will march every day. We'll wear, well, I have my watch that counted my step, and then for the year of 2024 I will walk 1 million steps, so which is roughly 2,500 steps a day. So if you wish to participate with us, let us know, and we will release the video that will give the instructions. Just be on the lookout. We just give you a heads up. Shalom, beloved. You have a great night.